Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to Rev and Ride with Chaz. This is going to be more of a making sure that my GoPro and mic still works video. This is my first video in 2025. It is currently February the something, and I am on the way to the dentist. I'm not sure if the mic is still in. I mean, actually, I don't even know if it's in my helmet, so yeah. Not sure if the mic is in my helmet even. It's very cold on the floor, so you know, I'm not going to put too much effort into this video. But what I have got on this Honda since I last done a video is straight through exhaust now, complete straight through exhaust, and oh, it just sounds so good. It sounds so good. When I didn't have this like straight through exhaust, I was always on the fence. Well, not on the fence. I was like almost committed to selling this and getting an MT-09. But this exhaust now, oh, it just sounds fucking beautiful. Yeah, I ain't getting rid of this bike now. I think this sounds better than the MT-09 now. And sound and sort of like mid-range, that's what I'm sort of like looking for in a bike. So yeah, no, this bike ain't going nowhere. Absolutely loving it. So yeah, nearly had it a year now, as you can see by the screen, or maybe not. Not first service, because it has a bikes have braking services, unlike cars. But yeah, so we've had the braking service, obviously, what was it, a month after owning it, and now it's coming up to its yearly service. I've had my license now for a year. Haven't quite had this bike for a year. I would have had it for a year on the 1st of March, because this is a 24 plate. So yeah, absolutely loving it. I mean, this is, you know, sort of the first okay day we've had, even though that it's like, you know, don't get me wrong, it is cold. It's 5 degrees, you know, but it's the roads aren't wet. I should hope they're not frosty. This bike sounds amazing. Oh, bloody baby. Oh, bloody baby, this bike. Yee! Yes, I'm so glad to be back in the saddle of a bike. I've been driving this dreary old car for the past 3 months. Woohoo! What a fucking experience! I am so looking forward to the summer. Problem is, right, is that all of my hobbies, so, I mean, I would say cars, it still is cars, but I sold my fast car, off-roading, bikes, you know, just being outside. I'm an outside person. It all happens obviously in the summer, so you've got sort of 6 months of the year, sort of like, you know, the crossover from winter over and the crossover into winter, you know, dead. So, you know, I do like computers, but it gets boring after about sort of like a few days, you know. So, you know, I keep thinking when it comes to winter, oh yeah, this is going to be when I hibernate, and this is, you know, it's going to be, you know, when I crack out the games and play with some old mates. But, you know, never really happens after about, you know, a few days. So I'm just excited. I mean, I know that I'm jumping the gun. It is still February. We've still got ice to come. We've still probably got snow to come. But I'm going to take the sun while it's out, even though, like I say, it is 5 degrees. I am so happy to be back in this bike. Woo! Little cracks from the exhaust now. Just listen to it. Mud on the road. Oh, this bike. So, the new Honda 1000s have come out. The new Honda CB750 Hornets, which is, I've got the 750. Will I be getting one? Absolutely not. I love the mid-range on this. I'm not looking for, you know, too much power. I mean, this is perfect for me, really. I mean, like, you know, another 10, 20, you know, wouldn't say no. But this is perfect for me. And it sounds better with this system. I don't actually... Oh no, I'm going to get some hate in the comments. 4 cylinders aren't really my jam. I do like the sound of like the Aprilia RSV4s and the MT10s, you know, the crossplay. Well, MT10s are crossplay and RSV4s V4. Love the sound of them. A straight 4, not really my cuppa. You know, they sound good. I just, the parallel twin, man, it just tickles me. Tickles me. Woo! Listen to that. Fuck yeah, this bike, man. Woo! Absolutely, I am gassed to be back out of the bike. Unfortunately though, as you may notice, the speedo on this bike is reading too high. So don't take any notice of that, and the video is also sped up. So yeah, and it's you know, before it's sped up and the speedo doesn't work, it's this is AI generated content. But yeah, aside from that, oh, it sounds so juicy. Fucking delightful. This whole video is going to be like the start when I was like, oh, this bike sounds so good, because, you know, oh, it just does. Woo! Love it. Yeah, sometimes you get a little crack from the exhaust as well on upshift. Doesn't do it all the time. But, you know, if you guys have got a CB750 Hornet and you want to sound, you know, this isn't overly loud. It just sounds absolutely, I mean, it's pretty loud, but it's not like ear-piercingly loud from across like a car park, you know. It's like when you drop it down into sixth, and you know, can hardly hear my helmet. You're not going to be annoying anyone like that. On start up, yeah, it's quite loud, cold start, because it, you know, idles at about 2k. Give it a few drop downs. Oh, I just love it. Absolutely love it. So yeah, I've nearly had, well no, I have had my license for a whole year now. I've not had the, I mean, I'm just repeating myself now, I've not had the Hornet for a year. With this exhaust, man, it's just such a good bike. Such a good bike. And at my skill level, because I don't tend to ride too fast all the time, as you can see from my other bike. I've got a Royal Enfield Meteor 350, which is pretty much as slow as it gets. My skill isn't in riding fast. You know, this bike for me, I wouldn't really, if I was going to get an MT09, I'd get the SP, because it's not that much more and it looks better. And then you get the SP and I don't have the skills to utilise the Öhlins shocks and things like that. So, you know, a bike like this, which is very much still, I mean, you can call it a starter bike. I started on it. So, you know, a starter to, I'm not saying experienced riders can't have this, but, you know, you're not gonna be taking this to the racetrack. Let's just say that. The suspension isn't cut out for it. So, this is perfect for me. I don't have the, you know, a lot of people that think they have the skills to utilise the power don't. I don't have the skills to utilise all this power aside from on, you know, straightish roads. So, you know, I'm very happy with this. You know, in the UK as well, we got a lot of potholes, we got a lot of cold, you know, I haven't been on the bike for so long because it's just been icy and slippery. So yeah, perfect bike, absolutely happy with it. It definitely won't be going for another year at least, and if it was going, well, if it is going to go in another year, it would have to be another bike like this. So, you know, parallel twin or V twin, really torquey. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of another bike. You know, the MT-07 is a competitor, but it's not as powerful, and the suspension isn't as good, so that's out the question. And I mean, what else is there? GSX-8, yeah, same sort of thing. So yeah, it'd just be everything would be a sidestep, especially at this price point. I was even looking at the Indian FTRs, because the FTR Sports and the Indian FTRs sound better than this. But you can't get a quick shifter on them as standard, which I think is a piss take. Yeah, you can go and get one added on, but then you void warranty, and you shouldn't be having to do that anyway. But the FDR Sports are down from like £16,000 down to 12 or something like that. I know they're £4 off at the moment because they're trying to shift them. I was even looking at Indian Scout Bobbers as a third bike, but the problem is that then I'd be scrambling between, you know, the Royal Enfield Meteor and the Indian Scout Bobber. I don't think I'd enjoy the Royal Enfield Meteor wouldn't get the road time that it deserves if I got the Scout Bobber. But then again, Scout Bobber would be really good for rides like this. You know, I'm only doing 10 miles to the dentist, and you know, we're not going too fast around corners because it's slippery. That exhaust. I need to finesse the old clutch changes again. That's a bit better. I've been there we go, that was a good downshift. Oh, perfect downshift. Yeah. But I need to get used to the clutch again on the motorbike. But yeah, no, I mean, this is just a short one. I don't even know if this is going out because my mic not even be plugged in, or I mean, it is plugged in. I don't know if it's in my helmet. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little one. There's more to come in the future. So yeah, please subscribe. See you in the next one.